shaking, and you feel your heart is breaking. Take my hand, no hesitating. When you're just so tired of trying, all alone you feel like hiding. Together we'll keep fighting. There's no stopping us. Hold on, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Don't stop now. Hold on, we're gonna make it. We're gonna mountains to how we can climb it. Feelings we're taking the moment. There's no stopping us. Hold on, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Can you see the sun is shining like a new hope? Feel it rising, coming over the horizon. There's no stopping us. Hold on, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Don't stop now. Hold on, we're gonna make it. We're gonna mountains to how we can climb it. Feelings we're taking the moment. There's no stopping us. Hold on, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Don't you give up, don't you give up on me. Don't you give up, don't you give up now. Don't you give up, don't you give up on me. Don't you give up, don't you give up now. Don't you give up, don't you give up on me. Don't you give up, don't you give up now. Don't you give up, don't you give up on me. Don't you give up, don't you give up now. There's no stopping.
Good evening. It's November 18th. It's the Saturday before Thanksgiving. I'm beginning to decorate within the house for the holidays. And I'm Chris Gargiulo. I'm a licensed associate broker and licensed referral specialist for Realty Connect LLC. And this is my weekly podcast, video podcast, Real Estate with Mr. G. And just to give you a little background, as I say every week, I'm working to market the services of Realty Connect. Basically, if you're looking for a home or want to list a home, you could contact me. You could email me, text me. I'll give you the link to my website. I actually, I could put that up here right now. You could either type directly realestatewithmrg.us or realtyconnect.com/Christopher-Gargiulo. And it will take you to my website where you could add in your information and whether you're looking to buy a home or listing a home. And then you will be presented with 3 top agents in that area that you're looking or listing. And they will actually work with the one that you choose that's the best fit. They will work with you to either find you a home or sell your home. And so the benefit is you're getting like 2 people working for you. I mean, I could still consult you and give you my expertise, but the actual showing of the property and showing you other properties, either if you're buying or if you're selling, they will do that, okay? And there's no additional fee for this service, okay? You're not paying me directly. I'm getting paid by the agent. So it's a good thing. It works out really, really nice. So keeping that in mind, I'm just going to show you a little film on that, a little video, fun video on how it works.
Hiring someone for a job without an interview. That's how most people pick a real estate agent. Unfortunately, most people don't find out what kind of agent they have until they're already in the middle of a transaction. But how do you find a great agent before making a move? Realty Connect is an invite-only network of the top 5% of all real estate agents in the country. Our free, easy-to-use online service helps you find the right agent for the job. Here's how it works. At Realty Connect, we analyze historical data from millions of real estate transactions and past client reviews to objectively determine which agents are good in a given area. Then we grade each agent on their skills, experience, reputation, knowledge, and communication. Extraordinary agents that score 95% or higher are invited into our network. This comprehensive vetting process allows us to recommend 3 top local agents that will be a good fit for a buyer or seller based on the client's unique needs and the skills and strengths of the agent. Just provide us with some basic information about you and your real estate goals. Once received, we'll match you with 3 top-rated agents that specialize in your market. Evaluate each agent and decide who you like best without any pressure or obligation. We make finding the perfect agent fast and easy, but the best part is our service is 100% free. That's right, none of our services will cost you a penny. We felt the best way to find a real estate professional, and it works by matching you with top-rated agents based on their skills and strengths. Our nationwide network allows us to serve every zip code in the U.S., so whether you're moving across the country or just moving across town, if you're buying or selling a home, let Realty Connect help you find an extraordinary agent today.
Okay. And the beauty of this is that I could help you find a home or list a home in all 50 states. So, we always have, in this area of Hampton Roads, we have a lot of military and they're being transferred. So, they're going from the East Coast to the West Coast, and we could help you with all that stuff. So that's a good thing. Okay. So what are we going to talk about tonight? And let's get Theo from San Francisco to ask the question for tonight's discussion.
Greetings from San Francisco. I am planning to purchase right after the holidays. Do you have any idea how the housing market will be in 2024 concerning home prices, inventory, and mortgage rates? Any advice will be most appreciated. Love your video podcasts. They are so informative and timely and fun. Keep on going strong.
Thank you, Theo. That was very nice. It's a very good question. I mean, we're at the end of 2023. Most people, unless they really have to move, they probably going to put things on hold for the holidays and then start in January. So how will things look for 2024? Now, I'm going to show you an article first that was on my blog site, realestateWithMrG.blog. And then I'm going to show you like 3 other articles that are from like Fortune magazine. I think one is U.S. Reports, and kind of gives you like a little point of view in another direction, just to cover all sides of what could happen. Okay, so let's first get up our PDF file and put that on the screen. All right. And where it says here, let me move it to the top. The latest 2024 housing market forecast. I'm going to use my glasses over here so I see this a little bit better so I can look straight ahead. The new year is right here, around the corner, and you might be wondering if 2024 will be the right time to buy or sell a home. If you want to make the most informed decision possible, it's important to know what the experts have to say about what's ahead for the housing market. Spoiler alert, the projections may be better than you think. Okay, that's better. All right. So we're going to look at I think it's 4 different associations here. The yellow is for 2023, and the well, what they're doing here? Oh, they're showing the average of all forecasts in this area right here. Okay, 2.8, 1.5, and what they're taking is the average of because the Fannie Mae really has a large increase here. That's everybody else is kind of midpoint here. Here you have MBA, the Mortgage Business Association, or Mortgage Brokers Association. They said 2023 was up about 1.5, and they see in 2024 it's going to be 1.1, and the National Association of Realtors, they saw it go up by 1% in 2023, and in 2024 they see it going up 0.7. I personally like working with the National Association of Realtors. I think their estimates are a little bit more uh, accurate dealing with the market. Between that and the Mortgage Broker Association, I don't know why Fannie Mae is so high, unless they, I really don't know why they made that gigantic projection. So as you can see, the orange bars on the left, on average, expert forecast prices will end this year up about 2.8%. Okay, that's this area over here. And by another 1.5% in the end of 2024. And that's good news in the sense because some people thought that the market was going to crash this year, and it did not. And that's because there really weren't enough homes for sale compared to the number of people who wanted or needed to buy them. And that the inventory crunch is still very real. And that's the general rule of supply and demand, and it continues to put upward pressure on prices as we move into the new year. So when you have a strong demand and a small supply or inventory, it pushes prices up, and that's what we're having right now. So they're saying it's going to go up again this year, but not as much. Now, of course, that's good for the seller. It's not great for the buyer because of, you have to lay out more money. And that doesn't make buyers that much happy, okay? So the next one is actually the total home sales forecast, not prices. And projections show sales should increase slightly next year. Again, what they're doing, they're giving an average here, but it seems here that everything is pretty close to each other. There's not a big difference as it was with Fannie Mae in the prices. So these are pretty close. So we see that the sales will be up about 5.2%. Now, that could be for different reasons. We see that inflation is being curtailed a little bit, even though I went food shopping the other day, and the food price is still high. I think that's one area where there hasn't been a dent yet. But as inflation goes down, people have more spending money, or more money to do other things like put down money for a down payment on the house. So if we get this inflation down, that's a good thing. And hopefully, which actually, let me go to my next screen. I'm going to load this here. And so this one says mortgage rates have been falling. As inflation fades, but the housing market will still struggle with affordability with high home prices. So even if they go down a couple of points, So the new outlook helped push the average 30-year fixed mortgage rate down to 7.37%, 7.37% on Friday. That's a big drop from over 8% rate for just a month ago. And real estate experts say consumers should expect mortgage rates to continue falling in 2024. And so that's a good sign. That's good hope. So the lower rates, of course, will mean higher demand because more buyers will be entering the market. So there will be then more competition. And that this economist from Citibank, Veronica Clark, warned on Friday note that she expects an upward pressure on home prices in the near term due to the limited inventory of homes and rising mortgage demand. Rising home prices could definitely put a dent in affordability benefits of the recent drop in mortgage rates for consumers given how high they've gone. With that in mind, Sturtevant said, for those home buyers who can wait, the spring will bring more new listings and lower mortgage rates. So they're recommending that wait to springtime, and hopefully where they will have more inventory and lower interest rates. Okay, am I still here? Let's see. So here's when mortgage rates are expected to fall. Let me get rid of my. Okay. I predicted the fall to 5.5%. So the Mortgage Bankers Association, I'm sorry, I was saying mortgage brokers before. The Mortgage Bankers Association, or MBA, recently forecasted interest rates to be 6.1% at the end of 2024 and fall to 5.5% at the close of 2025. So, those still much higher than 3%. Those rates are getting, and by the way, that was a gift. You know, I remember, I'll give you this example. I remember when I was a teacher for the New York City High School, for the New York City teachers. And of course, we had a great union. And at a point for our prescriptions, I only paid like $2 per prescription. And it was like a 3-month supply. And I'm going, this is really great. You know, but how long is that going to last? So about a year or two before I left teaching in New York City, it began to go up. So I saw it as a gift that at that point we only had to pay $2 a bottle for the prescription you had, but it changed. Okay, so that was a really gift. You were able to buy a house at 3%, or even a little bit less than 3%. That was a gift, but I knew that couldn't last for long because it's just too low. There has to be some money being made, and it's not being made at 3%. So if we get back to like 5.5%, that'll be a good thing. And as long as people's wages go up, all right, if we have a strong economy, that will all work out. You know, 8% was pretty high, but there was times where it was at 14% during the late 70s, and people still bought homes. But of course, homes weren't Your average home wasn't 300,000 back then. It was a lot cheaper. So you have to put everything into consideration. But I see more movement in the real estate industry as we get to like midpoint of 2024. And it might happen in spring too. It might be a very good spring for real estate as for, well, not so much home prices, but maybe for mortgage rates. And as long as the economy is strong, as people working, there aren't layoffs, it could be, a very prosperous year, 2024. Okay. So we discussed that. We showed the files. So let me show a little video on seasonal pricing. We're getting back to that. Let me show the video and then we could discuss it. Let's see. So we're getting back to some sort of normalcy where prices are a little bit higher. There's more activity in the spring and summer, and we get into the winter months. It slows down a bit, and then prices might just dip a little bit to encourage people to purchase homes during these times, especially during the holiday season where people, unless they really, really, really have to move, are not really thinking about buying a home. So it's kind of like all working out now, which is a pretty good thing. Okay, so also remember on my blog site, if you go to realestatewithmrg.blog/resource-materials, you could download the fall 2023 edition of Buying a Home, and you could read that and get an idea of how the market is going at this time period. And then you contact me when you're ready to buy. Okay? So you read that. You could go to my blog site, download it for free. And not only that, we have the things to consider when you're selling your house, the fall 2023 edition. These come out quarterly. By next month, I should have the winter version of these guides. So that's my kind of gift to you to help you along with your real estate goals, okay? But we could still work together and do some great things. These are just little guidelines to work with. Okay, so I'm hearing from my producer. We have a special guest in the audience. Is that true?
Yes, Mr. G, we have a famous celebrity in the audience. Originally from the Ukraine, she was an acrobatic performer for 20 years before she came to the United States to Brooklyn, New York. Though not large enough, she kept on practicing her skills in her small Coney Island apartment, just not on the Sabbath. Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Adele Feigenbaum.
That was fantastic. I'm really glad she stopped by. That was a wonderful act. Okay. So it's a busy week ahead. Also for preparations for the holidays. People maybe not going to work on Wednesday or leaving very early on Wednesday. But that's good. You need time to just to chill out and be with friends and family, and hopefully you have lots to be thankful for. Okay, I know I do. And even when things, you get thrown you know, I want to say like a curveball. Okay, you get thrown a curveball, um, but you got to think of the blessings that you have. All right, and be happy about that. So with that, um, well, we did it again under 30 minutes, which is good. I always want to keep these around 30 minutes, and we did that. So just always remember, I want you to have a wonderful, loving, and fun and relaxing, and sharing love again with the love, and be with family and friends this Thanksgiving. And always remember, the greatest power we have is the love, and the greatest gift each other. And I'll see you next Saturday.